Memories of Love. It was a bright, sunny morning in early May. I bustled around the house, checking whether everything was ready for Grandma's birthday. On the table, there were fresh cinnamon rolls, an apple pie with delicate cream, and small bouquets of daisies and tulips. The room smelled of homemade baking, and sunbeams scattered warm patches on the floor. "I can't wait anymore," Emma exclaimed when we heard the sound of a car in the yard. The door swung open and our big family burst into the house. Emma and her little sisters Lila and Sophie literally clung to Grandma, and behind them came the parents, Uncle Jake and Aunt Sarah, no less smiling. "Grandma, happy birthday!" Emma shouted, hugging her. "My dears," Grandma laughed, hugging each of us tightly. "I have been waiting for you so much." Lila and Sophie dashed around squealing with joy and showing their handmade cards. One had even glued tiny sparkles onto the cardboard. "Look, Grandma, this is for you," Lila showed. "And there's even a little heart here," Sophie chimed in, bouncing in place. Uncle Jake brought in a tray of cupcakes, and Aunt Sarah set a box of cookies on the table. A candle was already standing on the apple pie, ready for the happy birthday song. "Guys, let's help Grandma blow out the candle," Emma suggested. All three granddaughters teamed up, and Grandma, laughing, blew out the candle, though she was a little flustered by such attention. We all applauded, and Aunt Sarah joked, "Well then, now Grandma has to make a wish." "I want you always to be happy and healthy," Grandma replied, smiling, and we felt that it was truly a sincere wish. After the pie, the real fun began. The granddaughters staged a small fashion show with hats they'd found in the closet. Sophie tried on Uncle Jake's old cap, Emma wrapped a bright scarf around herself, and Lila braided Grandma's hair into little pigtails with colored ribbons. "Now we're real fashionistas," Emma laughed. "Grandma, you're stylish too," Lila added, winking. The day went by so quickly that we could barely keep up with all the commotion. We played board games, laughed at funny photos we found on the shelf, and even invented a little treasure of secrets. Each of us wrote something nice about Grandma on a small slip of paper and put it into a jar. "Grandma, here is your treasure," Sophie said, handing over the jar. "And now open it and read," Emma added. Grandma opened the jar and began reading the notes, laughing and at times even tearing up with joy. Each note was a small proof of love and gratitude, and we felt that this day had become a true celebration of the heart. When the sun began to sink toward the horizon, we all settled down on the living room floor, tired but incredibly happy. There were still pieces of pie, a few cupcakes, and cups with unfinished tea left on the table. Lila wrapped herself in a soft blanket, Sophie nestled comfortably next to Grandma, and Emma sat on a cushion right on the rug. "And let's tell stories," Emma suggested, "one by one." "I'll start," Lila raised her hand. "It was at school. Sarah and I decided to eat cookies during class, but..." And she began to tell how the teachers suddenly came up and how they tried to hide the crumbs in their pockets. Everyone laughed to tears. Then Uncle Jake shared a story about how he accidentally mixed up luggage at the airport and went home with a suitcase filled with children's toys. Aunt Sarah told a funny incident from work when she had prepared a presentation for a serious meeting, but the projector, instead of slides, showed children's cartoons that her son had watched the day before. "Now it's Grandma's turn," Sophie exclaimed, hugging her by the hand. Grandma smiled thoughtfully, adjusted a strand of gray hair, and looked at us as if she were preparing to reveal a little secret. All right. It was a very long time ago when I was young. I was 19 then. It was a warm May evening, and I was walking home from the library. I remember the chestnuts blooming, and the air was filled with their aroma. She closed her eyes for a moment, as if she had been transported back to that time. I was walking past the old movie theater when suddenly someone gently put a hand on my shoulder. I turn around and I see him, tall in a light shirt with brown eyes and slightly tousled hair. He smiled and said, "Excuse me, but you dropped this bookmark." And he handed me a thin slip of paper with a quote from the book I was reading. "And didn't he take it from his own pocket?" Emma asked suspiciously. "Maybe," Grandma smiled slyly. But then it seemed to me that it was a pure coincidence. We started talking. He asked if I loved old movies and invited me to the evening screening. She described everything so vividly that we could almost see the picture. Narrow streets, the dim light of lanterns, shop windows with books, and two young people walking side by side, a little shy but smiling at each other. We watched an old romantic comedy then. During the film, he hardly took his eyes off of me. And after the screening, he bought me 2 ice creams and said, "You know, I want to see that smile every day." "Oh," Lila drew out, hugging a pillow. After that, he began to court me, Grandma continued. Every Saturday, he brought flowers, sometimes daisies, sometimes peonies, and once a small bouquet of lilies of the valley because he knew they were my favorite. He invited me for walks in the park, to cafes where he always ordered the same cherry pastry for me. And each time he told funny stories to make me laugh. Grandma smiled, and a special sparkle appeared in her eyes. He was attentive, kind, and very persistent. Even when I tried to refuse a date because I was busy studying, he would come to the library with hot tea and say, "You'll come out anyway because I'm waiting." We sat holding our breath, listening to how the true youth and warmth of first feelings were felt between the lines of this story. "And was that Grandpa?" Sophie asked quietly. "Yes, my dear," Grandma nodded. "That was your Grandpa Michael."